Hi guys, and welcome back here to the Dev Realm, and today we're gonna be starting a new part here, which is we're gonna now control our car with the camera. So I'm not gonna necessarily do the controls of the car today, but we're gonna at least possess this object so the player can see how it's gonna drive our new car that we just created. So let's do that. So the first thing we need here in order to possess the car and then make the player drive the car or whatever is that we need to, first thing we're going to open up here our BP master part class car, and we're going to attach a camera to this. The reason why we are attaching a camera on it is because we need to see the vision of the car. And we gonna go back here to our content, third person. Let's open up here our blueprints. Let's open up our character, and here we're gonna copy this logic here. I'm gonna go back to my master car part, and I am just gonna create a new graph, and I'm gonna call input control, because in a second we're gonna have to create some kind of input here. So that's it. And the next thing that we need to copy is our camera from our player here. So we're gonna copy this, go back in here, right click on the body, press paste, and let's bring this inside the body. Make sure it's inside the body, so make sure that the camera goes inside the spring arm. Spring arm needs to go a little bit like that. Let's put this a little bit up, and okay, I think that sounds good, right? Compile and save. Now if you click on the actor, you can see we have the camera, which is good. And now let's do the possess thing. So this is everything we need here to really to see what's going on, and we have all the inputs to move the camera, which is great. Now let's close out this stuff. Let's go back here to content, modular car. Let's open up your components. Let's open up your BPC car here. And yeah, actually here I started to do a couple of things already, but let me show what I did here. So before, if you guys go to the API test modular car, we just have the simulate thing. So right now, if you go here and we build our car, something like this, and we press play, it will simulate the car only, right? That's what we have, and it's cool, right? Now what we need to do here is that we need to possess the POM. And remember that the master car part reference is the reference of this cube, and this cube is our base of the car, right? So what we can do here is that I'm gonna call an event here just to disable my toggle car info. I don't care about the car info right now. Don't need to pass any parameters in that. And then what we need to call here is this. Let me show you here. So if you get a player controller here, you have a method here called possess. Possess basically means that you are possessing another POM, and then you're gonna be able to control that POM. In other words, it basically is that the POM is gonna respond to your inputs. And we're gonna plug this here. It's gonna ask for which POM do you want to possess, and in this case is the master car part ref, which is the master car, or yeah. Now, if we build a car here really quickly, let's just put like a very basic stuff here. Now let's get a front wheel or something. Let's just build a very basic car here, just 4 wheels. Right now, press play. We should be able to possess the car. You see that right now we have no control over the car, which is bad, but we are able now to move the camera around. And you can see that we're behind the camera. We can see that we can rotate the camera and the car is moving together. And I think this is really cool. Now, the next thing that we need to do here is to fix this issue here, which is called set relative location. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna go back to this. Just gonna make sure that my camera is valid just before we do any of this stuff. So those issues here, they should stop happening. Press play. I'm just gonna add here a front wheel, just really quickly. Come back, press play, and there you go. So I have, yeah, it is working just because I create a messy car, but as you guys can see, that does work, which is really cool. Now we need to do the controls of the car. We need to add forces and stuff like this. But what I'm gonna do here is I am gonna just pause this here for now. And in the next lesson, we're gonna actually build the controls on the car. So I see you guys in the next lesson.